Do masks have sex appeal? Because now there's such a big part of
I
such a big
think
part of our
yes,
lives.
because you're really, I mean, I always focus on eyes anyways, but like you're more focused on people's eyes. But I did have a friend who went on a date with someone who had horrific teeth and did not realize until they literally took their masks down and then they were like,
Man, it's a dangerous
"You look like
game.
that." Yeah, you are taking a risk. You are taking a risk when you go on a date with someone who's wearing a mask because they may have fucked up teeth and that is
Yeah,
for them to fix, but also that is horrific for you.
yeah, exactly. And look, like we're not even like it's not even about like knocking fucked up teeth. It's just like
There's so
you don't
much you
know.
don't see.
It's a
There's
grab
so much you
bag.
don't see. But then there's also something kind of exciting about that because you're like, you could be so hot. And
True,
I'm giving
true.
you the benefit of the doubt because you could be really attractive. You probably are ugly, but because you're wearing a mask, first of all, hot points. And then because you're wearing a mask, I don't see half your face, more hot points.
It's interesting because you
Right?
kind of 100%. I could totally agree with you. I think it's also interesting because like in a masked world, you are really forced to um if you're out somewhere and for some reason the entire time you both have masks on, you're really kind of forced into getting
Looking
all
at in their
personality right.
face.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you're
Yeah.
getting all the personality check, the personality test right out of the way immediately. That would
Right,
actually,
but there's a personality test and then there's a hot test.
well, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying, like,
Which
what
one's
if
most
that's
important?
what if me and you just create a social experiment right now, and then we'll have the listeners go out and try this, assuming they feel safe enough to, do this, whatever. Go on a date. This is the Around the Wold, Brigid Duffy inspired uh blind date
COVID date.
test, COVID date. Yeah, the COVID blind date test. You wear your mask the entire time. You can't go somewhere where you're like eating or anything else. You gotta go to like a park or like a museum or something. You gotta wear your mask your entire time, get your conversations out of the way, and then, right as you're being dropped off at the doorstep or you're dropping someone off, boom, there go the masks, and
Date.
then what?
And then what?
Well,
I
I'm
have
just
no
saying.
idea.
Well, I'm
I'm
just saying.
so
Yeah, maybe your person's mad cool, but then suddenly by your standards, they're five. You don't know.
you don't know. There it's a huge risk. Not only a health risk, but also like risk
Like,
in general because what if they are ugly?
what if they
I
ain't
think
for
that's the
you?
biggest thing. What
It'll
if
put
they
you
are
it'll make your priorities mad clear immediately.
exactly.
I don't
And you
know.
know what? Being hot is important. Okay?
Yeah, it's for
I don't care what anyone says.
yeah, 100%. No, I'm with you there. I mean, there's well, we could go down a whole rabbit hole about that, but
Exactly.
yeah.
So masks kind of save people until they break them down if they're actually ugly.
Until they
But they're saving
completely
people. So that's
they are
good.
they are
So you
saving
should
people.
wear
They're
them. But
they're
also
saving
it's like,
people. They can emotionally crumble you as well.
yeah. And it's like, okay, at least we look hot with masks on too. But not everyone has that luxury. And I think that's one to acknowledge. It's a privilege to acknowledge.
100%. There's a
So
lot of style being created literally around the mask now. It's so
I know I still
it
have
can do
my
a lot
like
for you. It can do
blue
a lot for you. You got your straight the OG default surgical.
for sure. I
It's
mean,
the classic.
it's kind again, it like your masks tell you a little bit about a person. It's like, okay, she's wearing the mask that her parents got her. What does that tell
Yeah,
you? I don't know.
family oriented. Family oriented.
Family oriented. Yeah, cares so much about family, family
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
And then if someone has
Like if you
like
have
printed mask, it's like, okay, rich, you are rich.
you
You are
balled out on
rich.
a mask.
You just spent so much money on a mask. Okay, great. Spend money on my dinner. Anyways, um,
True, true. Nah, this is fact.
I don't
Um,
know. I haven't seen like a ton of like exciting, crazy masks, I
no.
guess.
The
But
like face
I guess you can
shield.
make it cute.
If you're rocking a face shield,
Don't talk to
just
me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know if I can get behind it. Unless like
No.
unless you have a pre-existing condition where the mask itself uh is problematic for you, or you're a high risk elderly and wearing the mask is the easiest. Like, look, if you're a 23-year-old post grad just starting their life and you're walking down the street in Brooklyn with
With
a
a
face
face
shield
shield,
on,
go to
miss me
therapy,
with that.
babes.
Around the world.